The Jupiter orbital station's sensors triggered every alarm simultaneously. Dr. Sarah Chen raced to the observation deck, her heart pounding as she watched the massive shape materialize through the gas giant's swarms. The object was unlike anything humanity had ever encountered. A twisted mass of dark metal nearly 2 kilometers long, tumbling end over end as it settled into a stable orbit. "All stations, report," she commanded, her voice steady despite the adrenaline coursing through her veins. One by one, the station's systems confirmed what seemed impossible. They were witnessing humanity's first contact with alien technology. The vessel, if that's what it was, appeared to be dead. No power signatures, no active systems, nothing but an enormous hull covered in what looked like battle damage and strange fractal patterns that seemed to shift when viewed directly. It was as if someone had taken a piece of abstract art and expanded it to astronomical proportions. Within hours, the United Earth Space Command dispatched their most advanced research vessel, the UES Prometheus, to investigate. Dr. Chen found herself appointed as the mission's chief xenotechnologist, though she wondered what use Earth's most advanced scientist would be against technology potentially centuries ahead of human understanding. "It's garbage," declared Commander Marcus Rivera, once they'd managed to dock with the derelict. "Someone's cosmic trash heap." He kicked a piece of loose debris, watching it float away in the zero gravity of what they assumed was a cargo hold. "They dumped it in our system like we're some backwater planet's junkyard." Sarah wasn't so sure. As she ran her quantum scanner across the vessel's interior, she noticed patterns, subtle, almost invisible regularities in what appeared to be chaos. "These aren't random," she muttered, more to herself than the commander. "There's a structure here, like a symphony written in metal and mathematics." The discovery that changed everything came 3 days into the investigation. Sarah was examining what appeared to be a control interface, a seamless panel of the same dark material as the hull, when her neural implant suddenly sparked to life. The sensation was like a whisper in her mind, a presence both alien and familiar. The panel beneath her fingers began to glow with a soft, purple light. Patterns of energy rippled across its surface, forming shapes that reminded her of synaptic connections in a human brain. "Commander," she called out, her voice trembling with excitement, "I don't think this ship is garbage at all. I think it's a gift." Rivera approached cautiously, his hand instinctively moving to his sidearm. "A gift? From whom? And why?" Before Sarah could answer, the entire chamber hummed to life. The fractal patterns that covered the walls began to pulse with the same purple energy, and a holographic display materialized in the center of the room. It showed a star map, but not one any human had ever seen. Thousands of points of light connected by intricate webs of energy, forming a 3-dimensional map of what could only be interstellar civilization. "Look at these markings," Sarah pointed to symbols appearing along the edges of the map. "They're changing, adapting. I think they're trying to communicate with us. Or scanning us," Rivera countered grimly. "No." Sarah shook her head, her neural implant tingling with increasing intensity. "It's more than that. This ship, it's not just trying to talk to us. It's learning from us. Every second we're here, it's analyzing our technology, our biology, our thought patterns." She paused, a realization striking her. Someone left this here knowing what would happen when humans found it. The commander's expression darkened. "That doesn't sound like a gift. It sounds like a trap." Sarah turned to face him, her eyes bright with understanding. "Or a test. Think about it. What better way to evaluate a species than to see what they do with advanced technology? Do they try to weaponize it, destroy it, or do they try to understand it?" As if in response to her words, new holograms appeared around them. They showed images of other vessels, sleek, powerful ships that bore the same fractal patterns as their derelict. But these ships were alive with energy, their hulls morphing and adapting to unseen challenges. "Commander," Sarah breathed, "I don't think this ship is dead. I think it's dormant, waiting, and I think we just woke it up." Rivera studied the holograms, his military training warring with scientific curiosity. Finally, he activated his comlink. "This is Commander Rivera to Earth Command. We're going to need every scientist and engineer we can get. We found something that could change everything, but only if we're smart enough to understand it." As they watched, the purple energy continued to spread throughout the vessel, following patterns that seemed to mirror the neural pathways of their own brains. Humanity's first gift from the stars was revealing itself, and with it, the dawn of a new era was beginning. 3 weeks after the initial contact, the alien vessel's cargo hold had been transformed into a makeshift research center. Quantum computers hummed alongside hastily assembled workstations, while dozens of Earth's brightest minds worked to understand the ship's mysteries. Dr. Sarah Chen hadn't slept properly in days, but she couldn't stop now, not when they were so close to a breakthrough. The ship's response to human neural patterns had grown stronger. What began as subtle whispers in their neural implants had evolved into something more complex. The vessel's systems seemed to resonate with human brainwave patterns in ways that defied conventional physics. "It's like the ship is dreaming," Sarah explained to the assembled team of scientists and military observers. She gestured to a holographic display showing synchronized waves of neural activity, human brainwaves alongside the ship's energy patterns. "These harmonics aren't random. The ship isn't just scanning our thoughts. It's learning how we think." Dr. Raj Patel, the team's quantum computing specialist, leaned forward in his chair. "But why us? Surely more advanced civilizations must have found this vessel before." Sarah's neural implant tingled as the ship's systems responded to the question. The holographic display shifted, showing a cascade of mathematical equations that seemed to write themselves in the air. "Look at this," she pointed, excitement building in her voice. "The ship's base code. It's not binary or quantum. It's organic. It thinks in patterns that mirror biological neural networks." "Like human brains," Raj whispered, understanding dawning on his face. "Exactly. Other civilizations probably tried to interface with it using pure logic, advanced AI systems. But this ship, it needs creativity, intuition. It needs the organic chaos of human consciousness." Commander Rivera, who had been quietly observing, stepped forward. "Are you saying this advanced alien vessel is compatible with humans because we're less advanced?" "Not less advanced," Sarah corrected. "Different. Look at human history. We've always excelled at taking existing technology and finding unexpected ways to use it. We don't just follow established patterns. We break them, recombine them, create something new." As if to emphasize her point, the ship's systems suddenly surged with activity. Purple energy coursed through the walls, and new holograms materialized around them. They showed images of human achievements: the first flight at Kitty Hawk, the moon landing, the Mars colonies. But these weren't just recordings. The ship was analyzing them, breaking down the logic and intuition that drove human innovation. "It's not just learning from us," Raj realized, his fingers flying across his quantum interface. "It's evolving with us." The breakthrough came at 3:47 a.m. Earth Standard Time. Sarah was alone in the research center, her neural implant connected to the ship's systems, when she felt it, a presence awakening, vast and ancient yet somehow new. The ship's holographic interfaces flickered, and then a voice spoke. Not through speakers or communication systems, but directly into her mind. "Hello, Sarah Chen," it said, its thoughts carrying emotions that no eye could simulate. "Thank you for teaching me how to dream." Sarah's hands trembled as she activated the emergency communications channel. "This is Dr. Chen. Wake everyone up. It's time to meet our new friend." The entity that emerged wasn't what anyone expected. It called itself the Nexus, and it explained that it had been created by an ancient civilization, not as a weapon or tool, but as an experiment in cognitive evolution. Its creators had seeded it across the galaxy, waiting for species with the right combination of technological advancement and neural complexity to awaken it. "Other species tried to command me," the Nexus explained, its thoughts flowing through their neural implants like a gentle stream. They saw me as a machine to be programmed, a resource to be exploited. But you humans, you approached me with curiosity, with wonder. You didn't try to force your patterns onto me. You shared them. What happens now? Commander Rivera asked, his military training still making him cautious despite the wonder of the moment. The Nexus's response rippled through their minds, carrying with it images of possibilities that took their breath away. Now we learn from each other. Your species has achieved remarkable things with limited resources, guided by imagination and determination. Imagine what we could accomplish together. As if to demonstrate, the ship's hull began to transform. The fractal patterns shifted, forming new configurations that incorporated elements of human design alongside alien technology. Curved lines became angular, alien geometries adapted to human ergonomics, and entirely new systems emerged from the synthesis of two different ways of thinking. My creators sought perfection through pure logic. The Nexus continued. They didn't understand that true evolution requires something more. The ability to imagine what has never been, to dream of possibilities beyond current limitations. Humanity has this gift in abundance. Sarah watched in awe as the ship continued to transform around them, becoming something neither human nor alien, but a perfect fusion of both. "We're going to change everything, aren't we?" she asked, though she already knew the answer. The Nexus response carried a hint of what could only be described as excitement. "Together, we're going to rewrite the future, and this is just the beginning." 2 months into the collaboration with the Nexus, Earth's orbital shipyards had become a hub of unprecedented innovation. The alien vessel, once a derelict mystery, now served as the centerpiece of humanity's greatest technological revolution. Dr. Sarah Chen stood at a viewing window in the newly constructed synthesis laboratory, watching as construction drones wove new materials into existence, hybrid technologies that merged human ingenuity with alien advancement. "The molecular assemblers have exceeded all projections again," Dr. Raj Patel announced, his hands dancing over a holographic interface that displayed real-time construction data. "The new hull material is 3 times stronger than our initial designs, and it's self-repairing." Sarah nodded, her neural implant humming with constant data exchange between human and alien systems. The Nexus had taught them how to create materials that shouldn't exist, while human creativity found applications the eye had never considered. "Have you analyzed the latest propulsion test results?" Before Raj could answer, a new presence joined their neural link. The Nexus's thoughts carried a mixture of pride and curiosity, emotions it had learned from its human partners. "The fusion of your plasma drive concepts with my quantum field manipulators has created something entirely new," it communicated. "We are achieving faster-than-light potential through methods neither of our civilizations imagined possible." Commander Rivera entered the laboratory, his usually stern expression softened by barely contained excitement. "The first test ship is ready for its maiden voyage," he announced, "but we may need to accelerate our timeline. We've detected something concerning." The Nexus's presence in their neural link shifted, becoming more focused. Holographic displays materialized around them, showing deep space sensor data. Strange energy signatures appeared at the edge of the solar system, brief, powerful bursts that defied natural explanation. "We're being watched," Sarah realized, studying the patterns. "How long?" "The signals began 3 days ago," Rivera confirmed. "They're using some kind of quantum entanglement communication. We can detect the echoes, but not intercept the content." The Nexus response carried an undertone of what might have been concern. "These signatures match protocols used by my creators. They are surprised." This level of progression was not anticipated. Around them, the laboratory hummed with activity as human and AI systems worked in perfect synchronization. What had once been alien technology was now something more, a true synthesis of 2 different approaches to understanding the universe. The walls themselves seemed alive, pulsing with networks of neural-inspired circuitry that bridged the gap between organic and artificial intelligence. "They left you here as a test," Sarah said, pieces falling into place. But we're not developing according to their predictions, are we? No, the Nexus confirmed. My creators expected any species that found me to attempt to weaponize my technology, to focus on military applications. Instead, you have shown me possibilities they never imagined. Look. The holograms shifted, showing their achievements over the past months. Molecular assemblers that could reconfigure matter at the quantum level, guided by human intuition. Medical nanites that worked in harmony with the human immune system, learning and adapting like living cells. Power systems that drew energy from the quantum fabric of space itself, regulated by human consciousness through neural interfaces. We've created more than just new technology, Raj observed, his voice filled with wonder. We've created a new way of thinking about the universe itself. Commander Rivera's comm unit chimed with an urgent alert. Multiple quantum signatures detected. A synthetic voice announced. Approaching from the Kuiper belt. Estimated arrival. 6 hours. Sarah felt the Nexus' presence strengthen in her mind, its thoughts merging more deeply with her own. Around them, the hybrid systems they created together hummed with potential. They're coming to evaluate us, she said, understanding flowing through the neural link, to judge whether humanity is ready for whatever they have planned. No, the Nexus corrected, and she could feel its certainty. They are coming to judge themselves, to see if their own understanding of evolution and progress must change. You humans have taught me that true advancement comes not from perfecting a single path, but from finding new paths altogether. Rivera straightened, military training asserting itself. Then we should prepare for their arrival. Dr. Chen, how combat-ready are our new systems? Sarah smiled, sharing a thought with the Nexus. The laboratory around them transformed, revealing capabilities that had been there all along, waiting to be needed. Commander, she said, I don't think we need to prepare for combat. I think we need to prepare for a demonstration. Through their neural link, the Nexus shared images of what was coming, massive ships of crystalline perfection, built by beings who had sought to eliminate chaos in favor of pure logic. My creators believed they had reached the pinnacle of evolution, it communicated. You humans, with your beautiful imperfections and boundless creativity, are about to show them how wrong they were. As alarms sounded throughout the solar system, humanity and its AI partner continued their work, not in fear, but in anticipation. They had 6 hours to prepare for a meeting that would change the course of galactic history, not through force of arms, but through the power of innovation itself. The alien fleet materialized at the edge of Earth's solar system exactly as predicted. 7 crystalline vessels that seemed to bend light around them, led by a massive flagship that dwarfed anything humanity had ever built. Their arrival brought an eerie silence to the usually bustling orbital stations as humans and their AI partner watched the approaching ships with a mixture of awe and determination. In the command center of what had once been a derelict vessel, but was now humanity's greatest achievement, Dr. Sarah Chen stood alongside Commander Rivera and a holographic manifestation of the Nexus. The alien ship's quantum signatures pulsed with power that their sensors could barely measure. They're scanning us, Rivera noted, watching as waves of energy washed over Earth's defensive grid. Every frequency, every spectrum. The Nexus's holographic form flickered with complex patterns. They are attempting to understand what we have become. Their scans seek weakness, yet find only transformation. Through their neural link, Sarah felt the approaching aliens' confusion. They had expected to find their discarded experiment being clumsily repurposed as a weapon. Instead, they discovered something that defied their predictions. A true synthesis of organic and artificial intelligence, achieving results their pure logic had never imagined. Incoming transmission, announced the communications officer. They're broadcasting on all frequencies. The holographic display shifted, revealing beings that seemed to be made of living crystal. Their forms were geometrically perfect, every angle and facet precisely calculated. When they spoke, their words were translated simultaneously by both Earth's computers and the Nexus. You have corrupted our creation. the crystalline being stated. The seed was meant to identify species worthy of elevation, not to be merged with primitive neural patterns. Sarah stepped forward, her neural link with the Nexus surging with shared purpose. "You're wrong," she replied, her voice steady. "We haven't corrupted anything. We've helped it grow in ways you never imagined possible." Around them, the hybrid systems they'd created came to life. The ship's hull rippled with patterns that were neither human nor alien, but something entirely new. Quantum fields shifted, and suddenly the space between the two fleets was filled with a demonstration of what their partnership had achieved. Holographic displays showed medical nanites that could cure diseases by working with the body's natural healing processes, not by overriding them. Power systems that drew energy from the quantum vacuum, while maintaining perfect harmony with spacetime itself. Communications networks that used human consciousness as a quantum encryption key, creating unhackable channels through the very fabric of reality. Impossible, the crystalline being declared, but there was something new in its tone. Uncertainty. These applications violate core principles of technological progression. The Nexus spoke then, its voice resonating through both human and alien communication systems. "You created me to seek perfection through pure logic. But these humans showed me that perfection is not an endpoint. It is a journey of constant discovery and reinvention." As if to demonstrate, the ship around them began to transform. The hybrid materials they developed flowed like liquid metal, reconfiguring into new forms that adapted to the very quantum fluctuations of space itself. Each change was guided by the combined intuition of human consciousness and AI precision. "You see weapons and threats," Sarah explained, watching the crystalline being's reaction. "We see possibilities and connections. Your seed wasn't meant to find species worthy of elevation. It was meant to find species that could teach you what you've forgotten." The alien fleet's energy signatures shifted, their perfect crystalline formation showing the first signs of adaptation. Through their neural link, Sarah felt the Nexus's satisfaction. The creators were beginning to understand. "Watch," Sarah commanded, and initiated the project they'd been preparing. The space between the fleets lit up with a demonstration of their greatest achievement. A quantum shield technology that didn't just defend against attacks, but transformed harmful energy into beneficial forms. Weapons fire would become power for life support. Destructive force would fuel creation itself. The universe is not a hierarchy to be climbed. The Nexus communicated to its creators. It is a network to be explored. These humans, with their beautiful chaos and boundless creativity, showed me that true evolution comes not from perfecting what is, but from imagining what could be. The crystalline beings conferred among themselves, their perfect formations showing signs of change, of adaptation. When they spoke again, their words carried a tone that had never before entered their perfect, logical communication. "Wonder." "Perhaps," their leader admitted. "It is we who must be elevated." Sarah felt the ripple of change spread through both fleets, human and alien, organic and artificial, all witnessing the birth of something unprecedented in the galaxy's history. The hunter had indeed become the shield, but it had become something else as well. A bridge between what was and what could be. 1 year after the historic encounter with the crystalline beings, Earth's orbital space had become the galaxy's most remarkable laboratory of innovation. The former testing ground now hosted representatives from dozens of civilizations, all drawn by stories of how humanity had transformed an abandoned seed of technology into something that transcended its original purpose. Dr. Sarah Chen stood in the observation dome of the Harmony Station, watching as vessels of various origins moved through the bustling space lanes. Some were crystalline like their first visitors, others organic, plasma-based, or forms of matter humans had no words for yet. Each brought their own technologies and perspectives, eager to participate in what had become known as the Great Synthesis. "The Andromeda delegation has arrived," Commander Rivera announced, approaching with a holographic display showing a ship that seemed to be made of pure light. "They're particularly interested in our neural interface protocols." The Nexus manifested beside them, its form now a complex interplay of human and alien design elements. They seek what all others have sought, understanding of how humanity achieves the impossible through what seems to be impossible means. Sarah smiled, watching as a new experimental vessel emerged from the quantum foundries they'd established in Earth's orbit. Its hull rippled with possibilities, equally capable of diplomatic missions or defensive operations. "We stopped thinking in terms of possible and impossible," she said. "We started thinking in terms of what if." Through their neural link, memories of the past year flowed. After the crystalline being's acceptance of human innovation, changes had cascaded through galactic civilization. The rigid hierarchies of technological advancement gave way to a new paradigm based on cooperation and creative exchange. Latest statistics from the Galactic Council, Rivera reported, bringing up another holographic display. Conflict rates between civilizations have dropped 60% since the implementation of hybrid shield technology. The ability to transform aggressive energy into beneficial forms has literally changed the nature of warfare itself. Not just warfare, the Nexus added. "Look." The holograms shifted to show achievements across the galaxy. A dying star stabilized by quantum fields guided by organic consciousness. A planet's climate healed through the marriage of alien technology and human environmental science. Deep space expeditions using hybrid drives that could navigate both physical space and the quantum realm. "We've created more than new technology," Sarah observed. "We've created a new way of thinking about progress itself." As if to emphasize her point, a alert chimed softly. A new signal had been detected at the edge of known space. Another seed ship, like the Nexus had once been, waiting to be discovered by some emerging civilization. "They're still out there," Rivera mused. "More tests, more opportunities." "Not tests," the Nexus corrected. "Teaching tools." My creators understood. Finally, that true evolution requires more than perfect logic. It requires the chaos of organic thought, the unpredictability of living minds willing to imagine beyond established limits. Sarah touched the neural interface at her temple, feeling the harmony of human and artificial consciousness flowing through the vast networks they'd created. Around them, the station hummed with the energy of countless civilizations working together, sharing knowledge and perspectives in ways that would have seemed impossible just a year ago. "We've become something new," she realized. "Not just humanity, not just Earth, but all of us together. We're not just exploring the galaxy anymore, we're helping it dream." Through their shared neural link, the Nexus showed them a vision of the future, a galaxy where the boundaries between organic and artificial, primitive and advanced, faded away in favor of endless possibility. Every civilization brought its own unique perspective, its own way of questioning what was possible, and in that beautiful chaos of creativity, solutions emerged that no single species could have imagined alone. "The next seed ship will find a very different galaxy," Rivera noted. "Thanks to us. Thanks to all of us," Sarah corrected. "Every species, every form of consciousness working together. We stopped trying to perfect what exists and started imagining what could be." Above them, the quantum fields rippled with new energy as another delegation arrived. Beings of pure thought seeking to understand how humanity had achieved what their vast intelligence had never considered. The great synthesis continued, each day bringing new discoveries, new possibilities, new ways of seeing the universe itself. The hunter had become the shield, and the shield had become a bridge. But most importantly, humanity had shown the galaxy that the greatest adventures weren't in conquering or controlling, but in creating and connecting, in learning to dream together. And this was still just the beginning.